Morning, it's Amber, Blooms on the Hill. I've got a massive week. It's Valentine's Day week, so it's Wednesday today and it's Valentine's Day on Friday. So crazy week. I thought you'd like to kind of drift around with me this week. I've got to cut for, let's see, I've got 5 mixed bouquets and 5 straight bunches of days to go to a cafe in Trafalgar who wants to start stocking my flowers, which is great. I've got to cut a bucket of dahlias, 20 stems for a florist who lives in Thorpedale. She's actually a friend, and so that's happening. She was supposed to get them tomorrow, but now she's confused and I think she wants them today, but that's okay. I could probably deliver to her today. And then I've got a big bouquet to go to my butcher in Yanar for his missus, and more flowers to go to the bakery in Yanar for tomorrow. And what else? Oh, so there'll be a few things I have to do today, and tomorrow I'll need to deliver to Trafalgar and Yanar and maybe Thorpedale, not too sure when that's got to happen. And then I'll have to come home tomorrow and cut for, my son wants a bouquet for his girlfriend, which is fine. But I also need to cut for a wedding, not one I'm doing, but a florist who's in Traralgon. So I need to cut quite a bit for her and deliver that tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon, which I'm heading to Traralgon anyway. My daughter's got string ensemble and then we've got choir. So it's just, if I had to do all deliveries tomorrow, it's going to be Trafalgar, then Thorpedale, and back here, and then to Traralgon. So Trafalgar is like 40 minutes away. So it's like this massive, huge, big loop of crazy driving tomorrow. And in between, I've got to try and cut all these flowers. So today I'm going to cut some foliage for the bouquets to go to the cafe, and the bouquet for the guy in Yanar, and probably for my son's bouquet for his girlfriend as well. Need to pad some bouquets out, so they're going to have foliage. Often for the bakery I don't do foliage, but they need foliage. So anyway, you'll get to see a bit of different countryside. If you're overseas, you see Thorpedale's really beautiful. So we're just drifting around, and I've got a pile of buckets that needs to be washed because I think that I'm going to need more buckets than normal. So yes, exactly, I feel the same way. Right, so I'm gonna go get some pitostrum, and I don't know, but I've turned off the electric fence so I don't zap myself because that's not fun. This is a nice one, got a big long row of it. That's that little leaf. It's nice and fresh. So I know that I've got 5 bouquets, which are only going to be small ones. So if I get 3 pieces for those 5, so it's 15 bits, and 2 larger bouquets, so I'll get maybe 5 for each of those. So that's 25, and there's plenty of this, so that's pretty easy. Right, now I think I'll have a look at some Photinia, maybe some pelargonium, I think, the geranium, whichever one it is. I've got a bit of a row of Photinias here that, yeah, they've got lovely foliage. They've got that autumny type tone at the top there, and nice sturdy leaves, so I'll grab some of this. I actually don't use, I've got some gum too. I actually don't use a lot of foliage in bouquets, like the ones that go to the bakery, I don't. And once I get all the dahlias, I often just, cut, because there's so many flowers that I just forget about the foliage. But tell you what, they make such a difference. They're also a really good filler. Takes up a bit of space. And I did a bouquet last night, and it had sort of rosy pink zinnias and some Briannan dahlias, which are like a dusty kind of caramel colour with a bit of lavender in it, and some Rebecca, the cherry brandy or brandy something or other. It's a real dark burgundy, and the pops of bright green look awesome, like the geranium or the pelargonium or whatever it is. Yeah, it looks really good. So I'm kind of like, oh. But the reason I sort of forget about the foliage is because it's an extra thing, and it's like, it's not with my flower patch or my paddock. It's kind of randomly scattered everywhere amongst my garden and some of the tree belts and stuff. So, but this is worthwhile. You've just got to, you know, go and do it. All right, slight change of plan. The lady from Thorpedale has rung and she does want them today, which actually make my life easier. So she's going to meet me in Melbourne North. I dropped my pup, Russell, off at the vet this morning. He's having, that's going to happen this morning. So that'll be fun for him. Poor thing. He was most excited to see the vet. Probably won't be most excited later, but anyway. Poor thing. Anyway, so she wants $80 worth of dahlias. So the wholesale price for dahlias in Australia is $14.50 for 5 stems. A few different lists that I've seen was pricing it at that. So for $80 worth, that is about 27 stems. So it works out at $2.90 a stem. So I'm just going to cut her 30. So she wants things to go with natives. So she does want red. So I can do red, although this is probably not going to last so well until Friday. So I'm a bit more inclined to go for the burgundy ones that are more of a ball shape. And I've got some white ones that are ball shapes, and I'm going to cut her Briannon, which I'll show you. Briannon, if you're not in Australia, you might not be familiar with that one, but it's a sort of a coffee coloured, very dusty, slightly rosy, and it's got a lavender centre, which is really nice. And yeah, anything else that sort of lasts better. So it's going to be kind of interesting, and it's sort of warm now. The house is cool, but I haven't been able to cut early this morning like I would like to. I had to milk 2 cows this morning, so anyway, we're always busy. As you can see, the cosmos here is looking really gnarly, and I got to try and cut for the wedding that I'm cutting for tomorrow. And I'm supposed to have 45 stems. It's just been so windy, I haven't been out of here. There's a heap of things that need deadheading, lots of dahlias need deadheading. We've had terrible wind for the last probably 4 days. So there's lots of things that have been blown down in terms of my plants. They need staking next year. I'll definitely corral stuff. And this, I don't know how I'm going to get 45 stems out of this. And I've got another white one as well, but it's not looking good. Anyway, we'll just do what we can do. But that's about as good as it gets. Anyway, we're going to cut down here. All right, so you always need to cut into water. It's probably pretty self-explanatory, but I have lots of water. And there's a lot of small ones, but she wants bigger ones. So, and I'm cutting right down, nice long stem with random bits that need to be cut off. That's a nice ball variety. There's a bud. Might leave that on for her. She can decide if she wants that on, perhaps. One. And so there's heaps here that are too far gone. That one's opened up, so that can just be discarded. This one's just slightly floppy heads. So we're just going to fiddle around in here and cut as long as we can. It's a short one, but I might just throw that one in for free. I give her short ones. So yeah, strip the leaves and then cut off these floppy ones. Yeah, it's all right. So that's harvesting. These are nice too. This is a nugget. I quite like this one. I'll give her some burgundies. I think burgundies is going to go better with natives rather than the red, and that clear red I've got up there, which is dragon's blood. It doesn't hold its petals that well. So anyway, we'll just keep cutting away and looking for good ones with long stems. Yeah, some lovely orange ones. I think they'll be nice with natives. This is in the wrong spot. I'm not too sure what it is. I think, actually, no, it probably isn't in the wrong spot. I think that's sunburst. I'll have to have a look at the tag. And it's one that's fallen down. And it's a whole bunch of red ones. It's just, this wind has just caused absolute havoc. So that's all down everywhere. This is Bracken Palomino. That's nice, but the petals are quite like fast spaced. So I don't think that one would last. There's some smaller ones of it, but I don't know how that would go lasting until, yeah, until she used them, which for Valentine's Day, she'll probably arrange tomorrow, and then I need them for Friday. Look at all the dahlias. It's looking good, but it certainly needs deadheading. Back to this orange one. So looking behind, you can see the petals are starting to really curve around the back. So that, you know, if I cut that, it looks nice, but if I cut that, that will not last so well. It's starting to curve right behind. So you've sort of got to cut them, like you've got to cut them when they're open, but like when they're like mostly, almost completely open. It's a hard stage to get them. So he might be all right, this one here. Okay, so she wants some white as well. So I've got lots of nice white, whoa, I'm going to fall over, ball-shaped varieties. Now I've cut, like this is 15 stems already. I'm going to do 30 for her, some sunflowers that have gone over. That's not really that many stems when you kind of look at, that one's gone right around. Hello, oh no, I just snapped you off, great. See, this one here is not quite fully open. They don't open much once they've been harvested, so you've got to be mindful of that as well. They're tricky. Just want to give her ones that are going to last. If you can put them somewhere cool, that would be helpful. I'm getting the leaves off too, so that's less that has to be hydrated. The other trick, what have we got? Right, might head down that way a little bit as well. Okay, keep plugging on, it's really warming up. The bees are going crazy. It's really rather hot today. It's yuck. Okay, so this is lots of deadheading to go on here. Now, Briannon is this one. Try and find a good one. So I've got her, I've got 20 stems for her. Let's see what we can manage from these, because these are lovely, but they're sort of, there's quite a few that have gone over. I need a really good deadhead. There's a good one. Cutting low. Oh, hang on. There we go. So I don't know how well you can see that one, but it's really lovely, soft, dusky, almost like a brownie pink. And then the center's got this lovely little lavender. So hopefully that shows up okay. But it's really pretty, and it goes with everything. It just sort of, it's kind of, isn't it that Pantone colour? I think that's one of the Pantone colours. So I've got 10 more stems to get her. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any more of this particular one. It would be handy to have three of each variety for her, so that she could at least have, there's some actually over there I might grab, but I think that's really pretty. Oh, so much needs to be deadheaded. I just haven't had time to get out here. It's been ridiculous, and the rest of this week is just going to get even crazier with all these deliveries and bouquets that need to be made. And it's too warm to be doing this. You ideally want to cut first thing in the morning or late in the afternoon, but I can't. The delivery time of this now, so I have to get up early tomorrow. I don't know. you can only do what you can do. Right, cut us some florally ponios, a few extra of this, I think that's cashmere without the stripe on it. And the Briannons here, some white, boundary snowflake, and a few other oranges and things, and some burgundies. There's extras in there. I'm just concerned how well they're going to last, to be honest. So anyway, she's a mate, so that's all good. It's really hot. I'm actually going to cut later this arvo, so evening. It's going to really make my life complicated in that I've got so much to do, but because I'll have to make up bouquets as well. So what else can I do? I just want to show you my look at all my dry flowers, and there's some under there. Status. Look at all these beauties. You can see them at all. Larkspur. I'm loving how the zinnias are drying. They kind of have this real sort of antiquated colouring. They shrink right down. That was a big one. See how they shrink? But I love the antique look of them. I've got a few more straw flowers dried, and the celosia. I've never see lots of things I've never dried. I've only ever dried straw flowers before. So, and I've got hanging up around here. I'll show you. More amaranth, which dries pretty well. Some dahlias, which are always interesting. More amaranth, and can't really see well with the. But there's some more zinnias hung up. And some more celosia there. You can't see that with a light behind, and I've kind of run out of hanging space, so now I have a between two chairs. There's some zinnias here. Kids are being told keep the door shut because the dog's going to come in here and attack them, but yeah. Oh, morning. It's early. It's I think it's before 6:30. I don't know. Got up. Sunrise hasn't quite happened yet because I need to cut for this wedding. So it's Thursday. Yesterday, didn't manage to film too much because it was just so busy. So took the dog to the vet. I did have to cut for the my friend in Thorpedale, and it did end up having to deliver those flowers to her. Pick the dog up. I also did a bit of deadheading out here, but I didn't want to cut anything else until I got home from getting the dog. So I cut late in the afternoon, and I cut all the stuff at the cafe, stuff for a very large bouquet to go to Yanar, and stuff for the bakery. So last night I was up till nearly midnight making all those bouquets that I showed you. So I showed you just before. So now I'm cutting for this wedding. So I've got my cutting sheet, and there's a fair bit of stuff. Not a massive amount, but a fair bit. So there's 40 globe amaranth, 40 pink champagne celosia, 70 zinnias. I don't know how I'm going to go there actually because they're kind of going over. So anyway, so there's colours she wants there. Some amaranth, which is starting to go over too. It's going all seedy. Cosmos, I don't know how I'm going to find 45 white cosmos, but we'll give that a go. 20 phlox, 45 small dahlias in all the right colours, and some gum. I'll get the gum later. And then any roses if I've got them. Yeah, I don't know about the roses, but there might be like one. That's cool. It's supposed to be about 36 today, so I had to get up super early to do this. And I've also got to go deliver to Trafalgar to the cafe, and then Yanar on the way home. So, and then someone ordered 2 medium bouquets yesterday on my website, and I haven't spoken to her yet, so I don't know when they're to be delivered or anything. So we'll find out about that later as well. Right, that's 40 stems of globe amaranth. So I'll try and get some of this pink champagne celosia. I don't know if it's going to fit in there, but we'll give it a go. Celosia wasn't going to fit in there. The 15 pieces of hot biscuit amaranth did though. It's good this stuff's still going. It's been really good. Right, pink champagne celosia done. There's still lots left. I want to make sure that I save seeds out of all my different celosias. So there we go, still a fair bit there. Not a lot of room in the bucket. I've got 20 stems of phlox. It's an absolute bugger to harvest. Really hard to germinate. And a bugger to harvest. I don't know if it's worth it. The scent is gorgeous and it's a beautiful colour, but not too sure if it's worth the stress. Alright, I managed to get 45 cosmos, and this is, 45 white cosmos. That was hard, and this is 45 smaller dahlias in like pastel shades, and they're really pretty. So that's everything. I'm going to see if I've got any roses, and then I'm done. And then I'm going to cut for my son's Valentine's gift to his girlfriend. That's all the material for this wedding, except for some gum. Yeah, it's way later than I was hoping to leave. It's just after 9. Whoa, bouquets going everywhere. Car full of flowers. I'm heading to Trafalgar first. I was hoping to be going a lot earlier because this cafe opens at 6, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get them when they get them. That wedding stuff took longer because it was so fiddly. The cosmos I managed to get 45 stems. No idea how, but did. And the phlox was so horrible to harvest. I don't know if phlox is worth it, to be honest. It's pretty, smells nice, but when you cut the stem, then it ends up with hardly any flowers on the end, unless I'm doing it wrong. But anyway, we've got to go around the world now, so anyway. Okay, I've dropped off at the cafe and at the Spud Shed in Trafalgar. It's a big shed and they sell fruit and veg and lots of nice organic stuff. So I've just bought some vegetables. I've got myself a really nice honey and banana and honey smoothie that's got no sugar and some breakfast. Now I've just got another order for 20 bouquets for another cafe tomorrow in Melbourne North. I've got a flat out day today. I don't want to cut anything today because it's going to be really hot. So, and I've got choir tonight, so I'm either going to be cutting tonight after 10:15 or really early tomorrow. I'd say really early tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this in, but it'll be fine. Right, I'm up to making my son's bouquet. I have been all around the world. Right, well, I'm happy with that. It's huge. It's as much as I can hold. Sorry, it's not giving you a very good look at it. Ooh, I look so tired. It's Valentine's Day morning. And it was a tag team effort. Last night we were up to at 12:20 making 20 bouquets for this cafe at Melbourne North that I suddenly got the order for. So hubby was fantastic. He was stripping foliage and getting buckets of flowers organised into groups of bouquet material, and then he was folding paper and putting stickers on and putting plastic sleeves on, and it was awesome. It was so good. He came out, what can I do to help? So that was really good. This morning I'm harvesting again for 2 medium bouquets, and this order actually has to go to the same cafe and they're going to pick them up there, so that's really good. So I'm doing one that's a bit more reddy orangey yellowy and a bit more pinky burgundy. Just so it's early, it's before 7, and I woke up at 5 and I thought I can't get up now because it's not light yet. Couldn't find my head torch, so we'll go and get this harvest done, and then I'll have to cut when I get home and make more bouquets for the bakery, even though I took some down there yesterday. So it's been an insane amount of material that's been cut, but there's still heaps out there. So anyway, and then of course I've got a market too on Sunday, so there'll be more cutting Saturday. Anyway, it's good. This is a time to make some money. So this Last few days has been really good for my zinnias because I've just been hacking into them and they needed a really good dead head, so that was kind of done for me. So hopefully they'll come back looking fresh a little bit. I really need some rain though, but everything looks all right. I think there was a tiny little bit last night, but it's sort of dewy in the mornings now, so that's giving them something. But I think we're supposed to get some rain today, fingers crossed. Okay, this is last night's efforts. So 20, and the colours are put together by my hubby. I think he did a good job. So that was a mammoth effort. And all this foliage, the kids, my husband cut this yesterday, so the boys did this. Because I had to go out yesterday afternoon. My daughter had string ensemble and then we had choir, so I kept getting all these orders, so I cut way more than I need, but this is really good because I've got plenty and I'll have to make more bakery bouquets, so this can all handle all of that. Right, I'm back from delivering bouquets to this cafe in Melbourne North from this morning, and then I've just come back from the bakery now, so it's midday now. It's after midday. I didn't film any of the cutting I had to do when I got home this morning after making all those bouquets last night. I had to cut, yeah, this morning once I got home from the cafe today, then I had to go and cut again, and I did 12 mixed bouquets to take to the bakery, and they only had 3 left after what I dropped off yesterday, and then while I was there dropping off they sold a new one, so that's good. This is the chaos that's left from making 32, I think 34 bouquets in the last 2 days. It's just had some lunch. I'm gonna go have a sleep now. Tomorrow being Saturday, I've got a harvest again, a big harvest for Glengarry Market on Sunday, so I don't want to cut any more flowers today. If someone orders anything for Valentine's Day, I can do it, but I probably won't be super happy about it. But no, it's good. It's been really good. So it's been a very successful. I'm just going to leave that for the moment and worry about that another time. Anyway, I hope this has been interesting. I didn't show you much. I'm sorry I didn't show you much today because it was just too busy. I was under the pump. So I'll catch you another time. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.